Y'all see how I'm coming today. I feel like Master P. I feel like a No Limit Soldier today. Got my Scarface shirt. I'm ready for war. I'm ready for all y'all motherfuckers. Welcome back to another episode of Live in the Huddle podcast. It's your boy, Big Art. Mr. I Got Something to Say. Mr. It's the Business. Take this up because I'm war ready today. Now, there's a lot of stuff been going on. A lot of stuff has been going on, and I want y'all to know I want all the smoke with Jordan fans. And pause that, let y'all know I'm war ready. I want all the smoke with all y'all Jordan fans, right? Now, before we jump into playoff basketball, I got my phone. Before we jump into the new topics, some of the old topics, we got the announcements. Y'all know how we coming. We got the announcements. We're going to get through a couple of announcements. We really just going to jump into it, but I want to check something very quickly. Okay, yeah. All right. Kicking off with the announcements. Now, if you don't know, but y'all should know if y'all been keeping up with your boy, this is episode 10. Been doing this for 10 weeks straight officially. Ray's Podcast. Tap in with my guy Ray's Podcast on YouTube. Shoot over there to YouTube real quick. Like, comment, share, subscribe on the videos. I promise you, I talk to Ray almost every day. The man's making a return. Like how Jordan had to make some returns. But the man's making the return. You feel me? Ray's Podcast on YouTube. Tap in with my guy. Once you do that on YouTube, shoot over to Instagram. The reason why you shoot over to Instagram to Ray's Podcast, he gives out free picks. Now, if you don't know what free picks are, all thing you have to do is download a website. It can be Underdog, it can be FanDuel, it can be Prize Picks. Ray is going to post what you should play. Play those, win free money. Come on, man, it's easy. Tap in with Ray's Podcast. Also, May 26th, we are, 2 weeks out from a special guest spinning a block. We got another interview going on. Me, Ray, special guest. It's gonna be epic. Interview skills have gotten better on my behalf, so y'all will be seeing. And I have been mentioning that we are planning another trip, sports trip, so that we can go ahead and continue to stream and record videos at these games and just kind of get like live reaction and live interviews with all of the people, right? Now, real quick before I jump into it, quick summary from last week. You feel me? Last week I recorded episode 9. Now, in episode 9, I talked about some things and people had problems with it. I talked about Michael Jordan. After a week of just debating, a week of arguing, a week of going back and forth with people who actually had great arguments, and people who just wanted to be argumentative, I discovered that if you're going to talk about Michael Jordan, you better be ready for all the backlash. And guess what? I got that Scarface shirt on. I feel like I'm a No Limit Soldier. You see the video in the background? I want all the smoke with all the Jordan fans today. Y'all thought I was trolling last week. I'm going to show y'all trolling this week. I wasn't even trying to troll last week. This week, y'all going to get it, right? So I had some clips go viral. I'm talking about from Maine to Spain, I'm fighting with people, but it's cool. But before we get to all that, let's go ahead and let's jump into the NBA playoffs. Now, obviously, the Lakers, they got swept, right? They got swept last night. And with them being swept, LeBron is officially a free agent at 41 years old. This offseason, the number one free agent. Now, of course, you know the media is going to be the media, and I am officially part of the media. But I move a certain way. I move to the beat of my own drum. They were trying to push the narrative that, well, KD wasn't going to be a Rocket next year, right? I think KD will still continue to be a Rocket next year. I think he will retire from Houston. You got to think, bro. Fred VanVleet was hurt. When Freddie V come back, bro, that's a whole nother story. You feel me? I don't think KD is going anywhere. Like I said, that is a complete team when Fred is on the court. So we will be able to see that this upcoming season. Now, with LeBron, I think everybody knows that he's going to walk. It really just comes down to where is he going, right? If he goes somewhere, does Bronny go somewhere? This is like the decision all over again when he chose to go to the Miami Heat. Granted, he is 41 years old, but we just watched this man play. We just seen his numbers, his stats, and oh my God, the man is still in competition mode. That's all I can say about that. Now, obviously, the Lakers were sitting ducks, right? Now, we can't just put the blame on the referees for how this series turned out. You had players not showing up. You had players not giving any type of effort. If you look at the stat sheet, you might be like, dang, this player had this many points. Yeah, but you're just looking at the stat sheet. If you was to look at the actual game, you would see that, all right, a lot of those points were really meaningless. The times where we needed to put points up on the board, the times where we needed to do this and do that player wasn't there. Now, me personally, I still believe the Lakers are better without Luka, but of course they're going to choose Luka over LeBron. They just paid Luka. LeBron is 41 years old. They're thinking about the future. But mark my words, when LeBron is in a different jersey next year, the Lakers and Laker fans will truly, truly appreciate everything that LeBron has done for that organization, right? Everything. Now, me personally, I'm a football guy, played college football. But I thought that if players are flopping, we're supposed to hear the refs toot that whistle. Correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't hear any refs tooting any whistles. Players flopping left and right. And what I want to dive into with that, I just think it's funny how multiple players, how multiple teams are saying this team, this player, they're flopping, they're doing this. You have players now calling out refs on a consistent basis. Referees are calling players are calling referees out on a consistent basis. I can understand if it was just one player or maybe just one team calling these refs out. You have multiple players and multiple organizations calling these refs out. One ref in particular. Now, I'm not going to say that referee's name, but I will say he looked like Gucci Mane. He looked like Gucci Mane from 2006. We've seen videos with this particular referee in a specific player's shoe that wasn't even released yet. We've seen this particular referee wearing certain memorabilia of one organization. I mean, I'm not going to throw it in there. I need to do some more research on it, right? And I will do some more research on it. But I'm just saying, it just ain't adding up. The math ain't mathing for the rest of the league. It's only mathing for this one organization. We got to do better, right? Now, I've made a previous statement before as far as my prediction for the NBA Finals, right? That's my thing. I made a prediction before for the NBA Finals, and I would like to go against that previous prediction, that previous statement, and I would like to say this. Well, Before, I had the Pistons playing the Spurs in the championship, and I had the Pistons winning the finals. After some conversations, little research, I want to go against that. I want to throw that statement away and that prediction away, and I have a new statement and a new prediction for y'all. Whoever wins this Spurs and Timberwolves series will go to the finals, and they will win the finals. You heard it here. Whoever wins the Timberwolves and Spurs series will go on to win the NBA Finals this year, right? Now, I was going to hold off on it, but I feel like let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm more ready today. It's bigger than what people are realizing. And the reason that I say that is because the face of the NBA. I think, me personally, LeBron is only going to play 2 more years. Bron is going to play 2 more years. After that, he's going to retire. I don't think Shea is going to be the face of the NBA. A lot of people are going to push for Wemby to be the face of the NBA. I don't think it's him either. I think it's going to be Ant-Man. I got Ant-Man being the face of the NBA. It's not going to be Jason Tatum. It's not going to be Jaylen Brown. It's going to be Ant-Man, right? Now, that was on the lighter side. Let's get into it. Now, this is what everybody is tuned in for. Skip Bayless, after a 10-year hiatus, returned to First Take with Stephen A. Smith. 2 gladiators, right? When it comes to debating sports. Now, Skip, Skip really don't dodge smoke. So Skip ended up giving his list for top 10. I hope y'all can see that. I have made a video about it on my Instagram. And that's his top 10 right there. Right? Well, on there you can't see it, but he has Wilt at 10. Right? I'm gonna leave that up for a few more seconds. Let y'all see that. That is his top 10. Now, I'm not here to argue with the people on your top 10. I'm not here to debate you on the order of your top 10, because notice I said it's yours, it's your list, it's your opinion. This is how you feel. Having LeBron James at 9 is crazy in itself, especially when you give out your reasoning behind it. But for me, what's even more crazy is not that you have LeBron James at 9th all time. What's crazy with Skip Bayless' list is the rubric, the criteria of how you're grading is. Because these are Skip Bayless words. Jordan, you got number 1. Okay. I feel like we all know that Jordan is Skip's GOAT. So, of course, he's going to be number 1. Skip then said Magic Johnson at number 2 because Magic has 5 rings. Okay. I can understand you putting your GOAT at number 1. Then you say, all right, the second guy, I'm putting him there because he has 5 rings. Well, if we're talking championships, Big Shot Bob had 7. Bill Russell had 11. So why isn't Big Shot Bob on your list? Why isn't Bill Russell number 2? But hey, somebody got to start calling these guys out, and I guess that's what I'm here to do. Then you go on to say Shaq at 3. You just said Shaq at 3. No reasoning behind it. Kareem at 4. Tim Duncan at 5. Bill Russell 6. And then you switched up the criteria again. You said Kobe Bryant, you have at 7, because if a basketball game had to be played for your life, you're picking Kobe Bryant. Then you said Larry Bird 8th, because if a basketball game was to be played, you're taking Larry Bird at 8th. Then you said LeBron at 9. Then you said Wilt at 10. Now, Before, I wouldn't have really called Skip a LeBron hater, but doing a little research, Skip, you a damn LeBron hater. You got LeBron James ninth all time, right? Now I'm finna put some things up here on the screen so that y'all can see where I'm coming from. Let's get into it. Is it this one? Nope. No, I want to go right here. Now I'm gonna read it off my phone. I'm gonna leave that up for y'all, and I'm gonna read it off my phone. And I quote, Skip said, LeBron James, to me, has proven over many, many years to be the most mentally fragile superstar I have ever closely observed. I mean, the poor man, as gifted as he is, was born without a clutch gene. Now let's go over here. You're saying LeBron James is born without a clutch gene, when in fact, LeBron holds the record for total clutch points with over 2,800 points, right? So it sounds like he has a clutch gene, right? And this is from game-winning buzzer beaters in the playoffs, right? Which is like last 5 seconds of the game, right? And then we can go on. He has maintained one of the highest clutch field goal percentages, right? You got the clutch points. You got the playoff buzzer beaters. He leads the NBA. He leads NBA history in game-winning buzzer beaters in the playoffs, right? His clutch percentage field goal is 45 to 47%, while everyone else has an average of 40 to 41%. Overall performance, he is known for high volume scoring and assisting in the final minutes of games. Skip, you a damn fool if you say LeBron James doesn't have a fucking clutch gene. That's just hating. You're just hating on LeBron James. But you say he's mentally fragile. And that right there is weird to me. Because you're gonna say the man who is literally a coach on the court, the man who literally knows everybody else's plays, knows their sets, knows the players' tendencies, knows the coach's tendencies, can call out plays that happen from previous games, whether it was this past week, this past month, this past year. We're saying that he is mentally weak. Did you not see Game 6, 2012? And we're saying LeBron James is mentally weak. Skip got to be Skip on drugs. Y'all said I was on drugs for what I said last week. No, Skip is on drugs. That's who y'all need to drug test, right? Now, you said he's lucky to be in the top 10 because he's a liability and always has been at the late game free throw line. Now, his free throw percentage over his career is 74%, all right? You are absolutely correct about that. And that sounds horrible. But if I was to tell you I go to the free throw line 8 times a game and I hit 6 to 7 shots, you would say, oh, you're shooting pretty good. That's LeBron James. He only misses 2 free throws a game. On average, only 2 free throws a game. So you're trying to use the 74%, which is one side of the same coin. You're going to use the 74% shooting from free throw line to say, oh, he's not clutch at the line. I can flip the coin and say, oh, but he hits 6 to 7 of his free throws, and he only goes to attempt 8 shots from the line. Same coin, 2 different sides, right? But you're a media guy. You've been doing this for a long time. You know how to create a narrative and push agendas, which is what you're trying to do with LeBron James. Now, he goes on and he says that LeBron is an even poorer 3-point shooter. When the fuck has LeBron ever been known to be a 3-point shooter? Never. LeBron has always been, I'm going to come down the hill, I'm in the lane. I'm going to get to the basket, or I might dish it. Then he started to evolve into the midi. Then y'all said he couldn't dribble. Then he worked on dribbling. Then you said, oh, well, LeBron needs to get better at the three. And he has gotten better at the three. What y'all fail to realize, every time y'all say that LeBron James can't do something, he always shows up the next year proving y'all wrong, right? Skip, you a damn fool and you fucking delusional for saying all these things about LeBron. If you genuinely just don't like LeBron James, then say, I genuinely just don't like LeBron James, and leave it at that. If you're one of those guys that's, I'm going to have Michael Jordan number one, regardless, nobody will ever touch him, then just say that. Then we can understand as an audience and as people, okay, this is why people are not going to move up on your list. This is why you view this player in this manner, because Jordan is your guy. You're a delusional ass Jordan fan, right? Now we finna get into it, right? We are finna fucking get into it. Y'all see it. Today we not even, because I'm war ready, we not doing no advice for the next generation. I'm at war. I'm in the field right now. Now, all I ask is that we don't move the goalposts for your favorite players, right? I just ask that we judge and debate on the same playing field. I find it funny that everybody else who has played in the NBA, they have to get judged on these criterias, and they're held to this standard. Somebody else isn't. See, that other person that isn't is Michael Jordan. And I have one question. Why is it when it comes to Jordan, we can't debate him or judge him like the other players? All right. Last week I said Jordan quit. Jordan quit. People came out the woodworks, oh, LeBron quit, or what about LeBron on this year or that year and this game, that game? People were so hurt, and I've never heard this before in my life. They said that Kobe Bryant quit. And I said, what? What do you mean Kobe quit? Kobe Bryant quit. I said, no. If you look at Kobe's career, he's played consecutive years. If you look at LeBron James' career, he has played consecutive years. But when you look at Michael Jordan's career, he played, stopped to go play another sport, came back, played, stopped for a while, came back, played, and then officially retired after that, right? He had literally quit. Literally quit. Your GOAT, Michael Jordan, quit. Not my GOAT. LeBron didn't quit. Kobe didn't quit. Whoever else you want to say is your GOAT didn't quit. Michael Jordan quit. And then people want to give me the excuse instead of acknowledging it and saying, yes, he quit. People wanted to argue me down. Oh, that was his childhood sport. That was a childhood dream. So he went and did that. You do know that Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders both played two sports at one time, right? So it is possible to not quit your respective sport. You can still play your respective sport and go play a whole nother sport and balance both of them, right? And then Mike went to go play baseball. He wasn't even fucking good in baseball. The fuck are we talking about? Y'all thought I was trolling last week. No, I was just speaking of facts last week. I'm trolling this week. We ain't gonna be on long today because I gotta make these clips, get these clips out there. I'm gonna let y'all have it for the first 48 hours. I ain't responding to nobody. But after that, I'm on y'all ass. Now, here we go. If I really wanted to troll Jordan fans, this is how I would do it. Would Jordan numbers be the same if he played his entire career in a league where zone defense was allowed. Because you got to remember, back then when Jordan was playing, you could only play man. Zone defense was outlawed. You can't go play zone. No, you got to play man, right? I know who Michael Jordan is, right? I know what he does on offense. I know his skills. I know his abilities. But would he still have those same numbers if zone defense wasn't outlawed, right? It was, and remember, it was always outlawed until the most dominant player of all time came along. It got unoutlawed in 2000 in the 2001 and 2002 season, and that's because Shaq became Superman. So they said, "Oh, we need to have a way where teams are able to fairly play defense against Shaq. So we're going to allow for the zone defense to be a thing." I mean, hey, would his number still be the same? I don't know. I really don't know. If I really wanted to troll, I would ask this question. Would Jordan have won so much if Magic Johnson didn't miss those 4 seasons, 91 and 95, or if Larry Bird never hurt his back? Because remember, Bird hurt his back in 1985. He had to start getting all the surgeries and everything started kind of going downhill in 89. And I want to say he retired in 91 or 92. I think 92. So you're telling me when Jordan is becoming Jordan, Magic's not there, and Larry Bird has a bum ass back. But y'all want me to believe that this man is the GOAT. Fuck out of here. Y'all smoking something, man. We gonna keep going though. If I really wanted to troll, I would say Jordan's entire time in Washington was a complete failure. If we go back and we look it up, Washington was expecting to get the first overall pick. Jordan came out of retirement. Him coming out of retirement, the expectations now shift. The expectations now go from being booty butt cheeks to and getting the first round and getting the first overall pick to, hey, let's get to the playoffs. That was the expectation, right? Now, he never made it to those playoffs from age 38 to 40 when he officially retired. But I know somebody who did make the playoffs age 38 to 40, LeBron James, right? LeBron James. Now, that's what it would sound like if I was to troll Michael Jordan. I'm not trolling Jordan. I genuinely feel like for a lot of y'all who are Jordan fans and diehard Jordan fans and true Jordan fans, I feel like when it comes to Michael Jordan, it's like a euphoric moment, right? Or a euphoric feeling. You remember watching Jordan when you was a teenager or a young kid and seeing him doing all these things, and it was real crazy to see his athleticism, to see him score, to see him talk shit to people, to see his killer mindset. I get it. But we can't say, all right, this is what I seen, and I'm not going to appreciate anything else. Right? Because prime example, only 5 players other than the big man has ever won Defensive Player of the Year. Michael Jordan won that award, right? Plays great fucking defense. All right. He won an award that's really meant for big men. Right? Now, he also had 2 3-peats, and he won the second 3-peat after he unretired, which is fucking impressive. I don't know too many people who would be able to do that. But when you still have your team there, you still have Scottie Pippen there, then you go get Dennis Rodman, and then the biggest piece that always gets overlooked and nobody really wants to talk about is Phil Jackson and that triangle offense. It's still there. Now, I'm not saying that it's guaranteed that he was going to 3-peat again or even win again, but you have a great chance of winning again when you're coming back to that roster and that coach. Now, when we talk about Michael Jordan's scoring ability, yes, He can fucking score. Yes, he has that killer mindset, and I see why y'all love him so much. But that's the same as Kobe. Kobe has that too. But y'all don't give Kobe that type of love. When we talk about his athletic ability, Vince Carter had that type of athletic ability. LeBron James has that type of athletic ability. Ant-Man, John Morant, y'all don't give them that type of love. When we talk stats, when we talk basketball numbers, I'm not talking about winning. I'm talking stats. LeBron James has that. When we talk his confidence, Ant-Man has that. So I'm trying to figure out, why is it that y'all put him on this high-ass pedestal to look at other players and say, oh, y'all ain't shit. Y'all will never be shit. All right? But, hey, it's just a question. Now, I'm assuming y'all going to want some smoke with me. I don't care. I'm going to be in the comments with y'all. However y'all want to take it there, we can take it there. I told y'all, I got the Scarface shirt on today. I'm going out like Tony. I'm killing all you cockroaches. I had the Master P in the background. I told you I'm a no-limit soldier. I want all the smoke. I'm finna go ahead and make these clips and put these clips up. I want all the smoke with you Jordan fans. Please jump in these comments. Do I have anything else? I don't even care about anything else, man. It's your boy Big Eye, live in the Huddle podcast. I'll be back next week, May 19th, 1 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to get into it again. Tap in with my boy Ray's podcast on YouTube and Instagram. Tap in with my stuff on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. And, hey, it's been real. I will see y'all next week. Peace.